What a wonderful day. It's my pleasure to welcome all the family members and friends in attendance today. It's also my pleasure to recognize, welcome, and thank the members of the Montgomery County School Board who are with us today. Additionally, I would like to thank the members of the Montgomery County Central Administration who are not only with us here in attendance, but are the boots on the ground, helping with parking and organization and making this event possible. Most of all, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome and congratulate the most important members of the audience this afternoon, the Eastern Montgomery High School graduating class of 2020. For a while, I did not think that this ceremony would be possible. When I imagined how this ceremony would look, I could not have anticipated standing before you in this exact format. That stated, I would not trade this experience for the world. For the day has come to honor you, graduates, for the hard work, dedication, and commitment you have shown for the past 13 years. Eastern Montgomery Mustangs are respectful, responsible, and resourceful. You all have seen those words on the sign each time you walk in the front door of the high school. I think that this year, especially since Friday, March 13th, this year has provided evidence to prove that statement true. You are respectful, responsible, and resourceful. In fact, I think it's appropriate to add another R to the list, resilient. This year's senior class has proven to be resilient. The 61 graduates who are before us today have shown resilience by simply being here. It would have been very easy to give up and to shrink in the shadow of pandemic, but you did not. You met this challenge head on. You did what was required to ensure that you would not only graduate high school, but you also accomplished some very special things along the way. This class, in the midst of schools being closed, earned an impressive total of $654,650 in scholarships and awards. I agree. 55% of you plan to continue your education in college or trade school. Among those, 28% of this class plans to take advantage of the ACE program at New River Community College and will receive 2 years of college education for free. 3 students signed on to continue their athletic careers at the college level. And 1 student plans to enter the military. Thank you for your service, Nico. You all have demonstrated that in the face of adversity, you will be resilient. That brings me to my challenge for you. As you leave this ceremony today, be proud. You have accomplished something great. However, please realize that while it is the end of something good, this is also a beginning. The longer I live, the more clear it becomes to me that no accomplishment comes without there first being a challenge. Just as you rose to the challenge of becoming a high school graduate, you will need to rise and overcome other trials throughout your life. I'm convinced that the key to a successful life is to attack the challenges that are thrown your way. Through every series of setting goals, facing life's adversities, and accomplishing things, your attitude is what makes the biggest impact on your success. And so, my hope for you is that you maintain the resilience you have shown to this point, that you attack life's challenges the way you attacked this one, and that you continue to show the spirit you have shown as a graduate of the Eastern Montgomery County High School. Class of 2020, you have certainly set the bar high for yourself and for all future classes. Speaking for the faculty and staff, I can only say congratulations and thank you for showing resilience and representing what it means to be a Mustang. Without further ado, I will now introduce the Class of 2020 student speaker. Please welcome to the stage, Tony Shannon Amato.
Hello, friends, family, staff, and my fellow students of the class of 2020. I want to start off by saying that I have missed seeing all of y'all. I miss walking the halls of our high school and laughing and enjoying time together. And I miss the wonderful faculty of our school. They have known us all since day one and have helped us get to where we are. I know it has been hard for all of us missing out on a lot of memories that we had planned on doing for this year. Many of us had one last season of sports to play with some of our closest friends and coaches. Other memories we wish to make one last time. But I'm going to say this not just for us, but for all of America's seniors. We will go down in the history books. We came into this world and started our childhood as America was grieving from the terrible attacks of 9/11. And here we are now taking our last steps and ending our childhood as America is grieving over the destruction and loss because of COVID-19. We have been together for 12 years now, some of us even longer, ever since we were learning our ABCs back in the old Elliston and Shawsville elementary schools. Then getting into middle school and fighting for them not to shut down our school back in our 6th grade year. And here we are now, about to take our last step in childhood as we finish this chapter in our lives and move on to the next as we choose to seek further education or military or even starting our own businesses and moving towards the workforce. No matter what you choose, knowing all of you personally, I know this class will go out into this world and do amazing things to better this world. Throughout our years of education, we have seen this world go through many different struggles, and we still manage to stand strong and power through and triumph over these struggles. We helped change and move society in just a matter of these last few months. After all we've been through, there has been nothing that has stopped or beat us. If we can do that, we can do anything. I am proud of every single one of you, and I am honored to have taken this journey with you guys. This class has done so many great things in our school, between our accomplishments and our academics, to our sports and other competitions we have thrived in. This virus isn't going to stop us from the potential of success that everyone has. This is just another bump in the road in our journey. Again, I say, I miss all of y'all, and I'm still going to miss everyone as we part ways after today. I wish everyone the best of luck in your future, and I hope life treats you well. We are the class of 2020, and we stand strong.
Can you hear me out there? Gonna try not to blow this away. Me. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. I feel good. And no one's gonna stop me now. Yeah. It's a beautiful day. I feel good, I feel right, and no one's gonna stop me now, mama. Thank you, Freddie Mercury. Good afternoon, almost graduates, parents of almost graduates, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, and uncles. Good afternoon, administrators, faculty, and distinguished guests. Class of 2020, thank you for having me here. I am honored and extremely humbled. Why are there so many songs about rainbows and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, they're only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on a morning star? Somebody thought of that and someone believed it. Look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing? And what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Have you been fast asleep? Have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound that calls the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La da da dee da da do, la da 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 dee da do. Thank you, Willie Nelson and Kermit the Frog. I composed a million speeches in my head for today, and then I put one of them on paper. It was cool because it had some song lyrics provided to me by a few of the seniors to help inspire me, but in the end, it was way too long. It was only part of what I wanted to tell you. Too much wah, 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 Bueller, Bueller. But I knew I needed to write something down so I wouldn't ramble. So I decided to take my own advice that I offer to my engineering students. I took my speech apart and I rebuilt it. Hopefully, shorter, sweeter, and with something you can take with you into the future. One of the main ideas I stress in my engineering and robotics classes is one of the hardest things to put into practice. In the beginning of most projects, students are given a goal to accomplish. They are given materials to build with, but not much else. Students must design and build their projects all on their own, or sometimes in teams of two. It always takes a little time to get ideas flowing and to start the build, and then comes the testing of the prototype. It is rare when the first person or team done enters into the testing phase and successfully accomplishes the goals of the project to begin with. Here is where the real learning kicks in. Have you ever heard of the saying, back to the drawing board? Or for my students, iterations. My conversations might follow like this. Me, well, how are you going to fix it? Them, not sure. Then after a troubleshooting session and a few more times with no success, me, you may have to take the whole thing apart and start all over. Them, what? No way, I worked so hard on this. Me, sometimes they would rebuild right away, and sometimes they would choose to keep messing with their design to no avail. I don't like to rush those students, though. It always works best when they can figure it out on their own. In a normal semester, students have numerous design and build experiences. My hope is they will eventually incorporate the idea of learning from mistakes and building upon them. Sometimes we need to step back from a problem and try to view it from a different angle. It gives the brain time to rest and regroup. Giving yourself a little time to process and think will help you with your next attempt at any problem. What if it does not work the second time? Be patient, step away, take it apart, try it again. It may take several iterations to get it done. To me, there is no better gift I can give a student than helping them to discover the ability to become a problem solver. Okay, I said shorter and sweeter, but I want to give you a few more things that you can take with you into the future if you wish. These are not in any particular order of importance. Ah, yes. Give a hoot, don't pollute. If you can pick up a piece of trash and put it in a nearby trash can, do it. It will help offset the litter that you may have accidentally dropped yourself. Keep the water clean. Our bodies are 60% H2O. Keeping water clean keeps our bodies clean. If you haven't already learned how to grow things, learn how to grow things. Gardens full of flowers and food are very rewarding, and you can share them with your neighbors. Anybody need any zucchini? Wait, that's not for a few months. Get out into nature as often as possible. Hike, camp, ride a bike, build bonfires, dress in layers, take water. If you are ever out at night and you see someone with a telescope, ask to look. If someone offers, never turn it down. Seeing the craters of the moon close up or seeing the rings of Saturn from 600 million miles away never gets old. It's always like seeing it the first time again. And then there's no perfect way to make it through this thing they call life. Everybody has struggles. It's how you deal with the struggles that will help you survive and thrive. In my first speech that I wrote, I had 6 pages of all this stuff in the past 35 years I went through, blah, 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 since I graduated myself. You didn't need to learn from what I did. You will learn from what you do. Do your best to enjoy the ride. And whenever life gets you down and things seem hard or tough and people are stupid, obnoxious, or daft, and you feel like you've had quite enough, just remember that you're standing on a planet that's evolving and revolving at 900 miles an hour. It's orbiting at 19 miles a second, so it's reckoned the sun that is the source of all our power. Now the sun and you and me and all the stars that we can see are moving at 1,000,000 miles a day. In the outer spiral arm at 40,000 miles an hour in a galaxy we call the Milky Way. Our galaxy itself contains 100 billion stars. It's 100,000 light years side to side. It bulges in the middle, 16,000 light years thick, but out by us it's just 3,000 light years wide. We're 30,000 light years from a galactic central point. You're going to go round and round 200 million years. And our galaxy itself is one of millions of billions in this amazing and expanding universe. Our universe itself keeps on expanding and expanding in all of the directions it can whiz. As fast as it can go, the speed of light 12 million miles a minute, and that's the fastest speed there is. So remember when you're feeling very small and insecure, how amazingly unlikely is your birth. And pray that there's intelligent life somewhere out in space, because it's bugger all down here on Earth. I will publish both speeches on Eastmont Facebook page if you want a copy. Congratulations, class of 2020. In hindsight, get it? Hindsight? It wasn't so bad. Good luck, and don't forget to come see us. Thank you.
So I need to follow that, huh? Well, it's a good thing that I have the moment that you've all been waiting for. Class of 2020, I normally say please rise. This time I'll say please sit up straight in your car seat. This time I ask that you move your tassels to the right side. Now, by the power vested in me by the Montgomery County School Board and the Commonwealth of Virginia, I hereby declare you as graduates of Eastern Montgomery High School. Congratulations.
Shannon Amato. Rebecca Ann Dickerson. Katie Faye Woods. Hunter Renee Haas. Annalise Danielle McHone. Idara K. Rakes. Daniel William Gadd. Allison Noel Jones. Shannon Kaylee Marie Healy. James Hayden Honaker. Kyle Andrew Pettit. Brianna Alexis Edwards. Bryce Allen Patrick. Russell Cole Shepard. Jace Timothy Fallon. Allison Gwen Howard. Madison Autumn Smith. Nico Alexander Lee Efaw. Katarina Rose Hall. Haley Brooke Howard. Alyssa Margaret Shelton. Audrey Peyton Vishneski. Emma Virginia Mills. Isaac Hunter Richardson. Kirsten Brooke Atkinson. Katina Nicole Trent. Brittany Starr Barnes. Kayla Victoria Shull. Rio Delaney Edwards. James Kenneth Spence. Charles Lester Mills. Jacob Ryan Bierman. Lorelei Lily Rose Calloway. Pedro Pisano Franco. Dylan Michael Owens. Brianna Elizabeth Sanson. Azucena Gonzalez. Nathaniel Wayne White. Sierra Dana White. Samuel Jameson Serva. Emma Mae Ryan. Elsie Idora Bird. Gary Logan Maxfield. Abigail Lynn Rains. Michael Wayne Tingler. Candace Nicole Taylor. Luis Alberto Laredo Martinez. Eduardo Ruiz. Anderson Ramos Mendoza. Zachary Allen Oliver. Thank you all for coming out to celebrate the students of Eastern Montgomery High School, class of 2020.